looking good, Tip.
And you?
You're looking real good. Come here, buddy. You gotta sit down. Come here. Come on. Easy, easy. There you go. There you go. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, hang in there, buddy. Okay, we're gonna get you fixed up, all right? Okay. Guys, you wanna give me a hand here? Come on.
Joining us, as promised, Bart Ruspoli from Band of Brothers, a.k.a. Ed Tipper. Bart, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Oh, we are groovy as a 10-cent movie, my brother. We have been interviewing so many people every week now that we are so excited just to be talking with all of you guys that have done this and finding out what you've been doing and how things have been rolling and you know.
Well, it's been very very busy, I suppose, up and down and various sort of things. And I've listened to a few of the interviews, a couple on Facebook and stuff when I've had a bit of time. But I've been after Band of Brothers. I did the odd bits and pieces here in England, and then I went off and did a fair amount in Italy, where I'm half Italian. So I went over there for about 14 months as well. Did a bunch of stuff over there, and then I got into production and writing quite a bit, and I wrote my first film, which is released here in the UK in 10 days' time. Actually, that's just around the corner. So I've done a lot of stuff. I did a bit in HBO's Rome as well. Tony To produced Band of Brothers, was behind that as well. And worked with Mikhail Solomon again, who's one of the directors on Band of Brothers and stuff. But everything I've achieved in my career so far, I owe to Band of Brothers. So I'm more than happy to spend as long as you like chatting to you about it, because it changed my career completely.
Wow, high praise indeed. Mm-hmm. That is awesome. Mm-hmm. Now, the movie that you got coming out in 10 days over in the UK, is that The Devil's Playground?
That's right, yeah. With starring, amongst other people, Shane Taylor, who played Eugene Rowe. And,
in fact, Megan Fitzgerald from Ontario wanted to know what was it like working with him again.
Well, I know Shane is one of my closest friends, and Shane, I was at drama school with Shane, so I've known him for many years. In fact, first a little bit of trivia for the day. When we were shooting Band of Brothers, Shane was sleeping on my sofa in my apartment. So the cars would come and pick us up, and he'd sort of fall off my sofa in my living room and jump in the car with me, and we'd go to set. So Shane, I've been in touch with Shane ever since. Obviously, he's one of my closest friends, and I introduced him to his wife as well. So he owes me. And I know he's listening as well. So yeah, and I'll call those ones in now. So no, it was great to work with Shane again, and if you see the film, he's absolutely brilliant in it, and he does a great double act with Jamie Murray, who plays his wife in the film, and he's absolutely brilliant as always.
Excellent. Well, let's get into the Band of Brothers. We got more questions, I think, about some of the stuff you've been doing later on, but
all sorts of things, yeah.
Let's get back into some of this stuff from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
We've received different answers over the course of the last 14 weeks about the casting process. Did you go into it as Ed Tipper, or did you read for a dozen other roles like we've been hearing about?
I did. I mean, for me, it was quite different actually, because when they were doing the first round of castings for Band of Brothers, I was up near here actually, funnily enough, where I am at the moment, Scarborough. I was in North Yorkshire doing a series here in England called Heartbeat, and actually it was Shane who sort of texted me and said, "Oh my God, I'm going up this amazing thing called Band of Brothers, this Spielberg miniseries." And so I got on the phone to my agent right away, and I said, "Look, there's this thing that Spielberg's doing, this miniseries called Band of Brothers. I really want a shot at that. It's right up my street. I'd love to do it. And obviously I'd love to work with Steven Spielberg." And I said, "Look, I really want to, please try and get me in when I get back down." And so I did, and I met Gary Davey, who's one of the British casting directors on it, and sort of he had me read for Webster initially. And so I read for Webster, and then I read for another character who they cut, actually. Can't remember the character's name, but he was cut from the thing. And I'd never read for Ed Tipper, and they just literally ended up I got the call and they said, look, they want you to play Ed Tipper. And so I said, well, yeah, great. I was just elated to be in it. And I was literally shipped off the boot camp in about 12 hours from when I got the call from literally 12 hours later. I was at the base doing boot camp and meeting the legendary Dale Dye for the first time, which was absolutely terrifying initially. I was just this young kid only done a couple of things out of drama school, and this grizzled war veteran walks up to me and sort of goes, you keep yourself in shape, boy. And, yes, sir. And sort of. Yeah.
Now that was a pretty good Dale Dye. Were you one of the guys that obviously everybody has a good Dale Dye story and or an impersonation?
No one can hold a candle to Cudlitz when he does it. But by a long way. No one does it perfectly. I mean, I remember Cudlitz was very good, and sometimes he could fool us and stuff. But he was. I still think someone has yet to master the Dale Dye. I don't think anyone ever will. I mean, he's such an iconic person, and it's just. I think it's impossible, frankly. I've got another Dale Dye story, which
let's hear the Dale Dye story, because we had such a good time talking with him, and everybody's stories were so fantastic. I mean, actually, Neil McDonough came out and finally admitted that he had a canteen full of booze.
Oh yeah, no, I was in the same dorm as Neil, so I benefited from his canteen of booze like everyone else. It made it a little more bearable. And I just want to clarify something here. It was 10 days. It was not 3 weeks. I had a lot of people say, "Oh, it might have felt like 3 weeks," but it was 10 days, and it was the most intense 10 days I've ever done in my life. I mean, and it's certainly, if we hadn't have done that, the series would not have been as good as it was. It just wouldn't. We would not have been able to give it the authenticity it deserved. And that is thanks to Dale Dye and Freddie Joe Farnsworth and Stokey and all them. But anyway, yeah, my Dale Dye story, I think it was halfway through the boot camp, and we were doing drills on just marching drills and stuff like that with our rifles. And literally, we sort of had with the go in formation. He'd call in and say, "Turn right," we'd all turn, and we'd sort of present arms, and we'd sort of put our rifles down. And as I put mine down, it clipped the edge of my boot, and so you heard everyone sort of do this boom, boom, and you hear click. And sort of he didn't say anything. He just stood in front of us. And he turns and he glares at me, and I sort of go, "I'm sorry, sir. I dropped it on my foot, sir." And I was like, "Well, don't drop it on your fucking foot, turd." And everyone sort of started pissing themselves laughing. But it was sort of, I'm there, and I go, "Oh my God, he's gonna kill me. He's gonna make me do 800 press ups or something." But I got away with that.
That's funny.